My name is Kate Galetto and I'm the principal of Galetto Real Estate, a boutique agency covering the lower North Shore of Sydney from Mossman to McMahon's Point. Now if you're thinking of selling your home now or in the near future, then listen up. I'm just about to help you maximise your investment. Now just a little bit about my company first. The success of my agency is based on the old-fashioned principles of solid service, integrity and attention to detail, but backed up by modern-day technology. Buyers in the marketplace today are cashed up but time poor. They require information instantaneously, and as a seller, the agency you need to appoint is one with a finger on the pulse. My company is dedicated to customer service, so much so that we actually limit the number of properties we are selling at any one time to make sure that your home is our #1 priority. You are our main focus. You're not melded in with dozens of others. We also pride ourselves on developing individual marketing strategies to give you the edge when exposing you to the buying public. The conveyor belt mentality of the larger agencies just doesn't produce the record prices which sellers have come to expect in this market. The one-size-fits-all approach no longer cuts it in a market such as ours. An individual approach is by far the most successful way of achieving the best price possible. Now these are my top 12 tips for achieving a premium price for your property in today's market. Tip number 1 is clever marketing. Now one of the most important things that you can do for your sale is to make sure that your property stands out above the crowd. Now as a small agency, this is something we focus on daily. Naturally, we are competing with big agencies, so we need to have a unique point of difference to make us stand out to be chosen by a vendor. Our branding is the marker of our success. This DVD is of course an example of us standing out from the crowd, along with our bright pink marketing material and our unique and often quirky style of advertising. Now if I were to market your property, for instance, I would firstly work out its unique point of difference. Every home has something remarkable and newsworthy about it, and I take the time to work this out. This then gives me your true target market. It breaks my heart to see so many advertising dollars wasted by marketing properties to the wrong target market. An interesting exercise you can do when thinking about hiring an agent is to focus on a couple of their advertised properties. Read the marketing material, view the home, and see if the advertising correlates with both the property and the pricing. In so many cases, the message is confused. The pricing is all over the place, and for the owner of the home, this is costly both in time and dollars, and often leads to an unsuccessful sale. Time equals money when it comes to a property staying on the market for too long. I have to say, it can also have an extremely negative effect on the buyers. My next step, if you so choose, would be to personally undertake a guided video tour of your home, duplicate the discs, and give them out to prospective purchasers in the open home goodie bags. Oh, I'm a bit ahead of myself here. We also give out goodie bags at our open homes, which are filled with bottles of water, chocolates, brochures, floor plans and other important data, all handed out freely in our Galetto Real Estate goodie bags. Yes, this is another point of difference and something which also helps your property to stand out from the crowd. Will your home be remembered? You betcha. With their very own DVD, your home can be viewed again and again by buyers when they're considering which home to buy. When choosing your agent, you need to ask them, what kind of marketing skills can you offer us? The one-size-fits-all approach is yesterday's marketing. In such a competitive market, your home needs a unique and refreshing approach to make it stand out from the crowd. your agent of choice should be able to offer you something outside of the square. Tip number 2, make sure your advertising copy is accurate and informative. Make sure your ad stands out in the crowd. This is incredibly important. I personally write all the advertising copy. Why? Because if I live and breathe the home, then I can write emotionally charged copy. Alternatively, if I send in a copywriter, which is what most large agencies do, the copy is bland, repetitive, and identical to other properties. Your home blends in with all the others in the market. Now, why is this important to you as a seller? Because strong and gutsy advertising copy will bring in your buyers. Selling property is a numbers game. To put it bluntly, the more bums on seats, the greater chance of achieving the best result possible in the current market. Tip number 3, use only top quality professional photographs. A picture does in fact tell 1,000 words. I make sure to accompany the photographer and decide on the shoot. This is not left to an assistant or an unqualified staff member to organise. With the increased use of the internet and the access for buyers to view copious photos of the home online, it is essential for the photos to be both professional and accurate. Photography is essential to achieving a quality price. Any agency, and there are some out there now who are insisting on providing buyers with only 2 or 3 photos to supposedly encourage more buyers to attend the open homes, are doing an injustice to both the home and the seller. Sure, their numbers at the open homes will be at a record high because they've provided so little information to the buying public, but the quality of inspection is pitiful for the seller. So why do they adopt this strategy? Because these large agencies are looking for tomorrow's vendor. The more buyers they get to your open home, the more chance they have of securing a new listing down the track. Tip number 4, choose an agent who has built up strong relationships and a working database. As a seller, you are probably not aware of the importance connected with an agent developing really good relationships with the buying public. This is really crucial for the success of any agent and any seller. I've spent years working with buyers who trust and respect my judgment. Should I list your property and feel that it is the ideal home for one of my clients, just one call from me can be enough to clinch the deal. Why? Because I work with a passion and respect for my clients and they trust my opinion and advice. This relationship is priceless to a seller and this sets me apart as an agent. Of course, a database is only useful if it's constantly updated and clients are called regularly. Tip number 5. Now spend the dollars to style your home if necessary. There's no real dollar value that can be placed on the presentation of your property, but it does make sense to present the property as professionally as possible. You only get one chance at making a first impression, and so it's vitally important to make that count. I will be able to advise whether furniture styling is required or whether a good old clean-up and declutter will suffice. The presentation of the home can really affect the bottom line. Cutting back here can cost you dearly with your eventual sale price.